I've been coming here for 5 years, and from the first time I saw it, I thought about, could we have a web.com tour event, and obviously that's now come to fruition. But when you think about the golf course in terms of aesthetically beautiful, competitively challenging, in unbelievable condition. I mean, there's not a speck of grass out of place. The greens are smooth. And when I talk to the players about the course, to a man, they're just saying how much fun it is, how much they like the course, and what a great week it's going to be.
It's a nice layout. There's some harder holes that are downwind, but the last little stretch coming in, it felt like every hole was in our face. And nice test of golf. Is in great shape. And it's just a lot of fun to be down here.
The views are incredible. 8, 9, hitting into 7, and then coming around the last 3 holes is really cool. And so sometimes you can just kind of look out there and realize golf's not that important, really.
It's absolutely a spectacular piece of property and a spectacular venue. I think it's one of the most masterfully designed places I've ever seen for, you know, the average golfer, right up through, you know, the caliber of players that are playing here today. You have so many options on so many holes with tees and hole locations and how you play the hole and whatever. And I think it's really a well-designed golf course.
The 8th hole here at Corales is a pretty hole right along the ocean. The first hole you reach the ocean on the front 9, and it's kind of a layup off the tee. You got to hit it at least 240, but less than 290, and there's more room left than it looks like, but the big ocean's over there. And then the second shot's a short iron, and you just got to control your distance. You could possibly get it in trouble short, but overall it's a birdie chance on the front 9.
9's a great hole. I mean, the wind's coming in off the left. I think that's the prevailing wind, so it can kind of hurt or help. It just depends on what shot shape you're playing, and you got to be careful because you have a lot of green to work with, but you don't want to be short. So if you try to get too close to that front pin, if they put it up there, you could be swimming. So I think that's kind of one you want to err a little bit long on and not get too cute with it or get too caught up in the view. It's a beautiful hole.
Number 17 is the second hole in the Devil's Elbow. It's a very demanding par 3. I think it plays around 200 yards to the middle of the green. 2-tier green, and the green runs away from you on the second tier. You got the ocean to the right, so don't get distracted on that. If you can hit a shot in the middle of the green on the proper tier, you could catch a birdie, but be very happy with par.
Final hole of the tournament, number 18, is a par 4 over the Roxy Cliff, and there is probably 7 to 8 different tee boxes that you can play from, and it's going to be an interesting final hole just because they're able to do so many different variables with it. So depending on how the rules officials set it up, guys will be hitting driver 7-iron to driver putter. So there's also the factor of the wind. You know, whenever you're on the ocean, that has a huge factor to what kind of club selection you take off the tee. And it's going to be an interesting final hole. Guys can make birdies, but if they don't clear the rock wall, they can also make a big number.